no, and they just give up. Just give me the massage again. They just give
Well,
up.
hello, everyone. My name is Dr. David Orman, and you are listening to another episode of What You Didn't Know, brought to you by C3 Wellness. Today, we have somebody special. We are celebrating Veterans Day and all the wonderful people who have stuck their neck out so we can do podcasts like this. And we are incredibly grateful for every single veteran. And we have Roland with us, who is, in fact, not only an exceptional massage therapist, but a veteran himself.
Yes, thank
Maybe you
you.
can tell us a little about where did you serve, what branch, how long? We want the details.
Okay. So I was in the Navy from 1989 to
Mhm.
2005, and I had the wonderful opportunity of serving a Desert Storm
Mm,
um, and the Persian Gulf for the stand down with Saddam Hussein. And
mhm.
I also served on the USS Wainwright. I made a tour to um, Italy, France, Spain, Yugoslavia. We did some drills in Puerto Rico, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, before it's
Very nice.
what it is today, long
Mhm.
before it's set up to be a prison. It was more like a detention camp, a center back in the days. So I was a corpsman, which is a medic,
Mhm.
and yeah, so I had the wonderful opportunity of being there.
Nice. So yeah, you have some unique insights about what the suffering, both physical and other than physical, you would have unique insights into veterans. What have you noticed, for example, that maybe somebody who was never in the military versus people who are in the military? People who are in the military, what do they maybe have to deal with
Yeah.
post service that others may not?
So I have seen a lot of people who've dealt with PTSD,
Mm,
those who served in extreme conditions, and then those who are extremely happy, like me, who was just able to serve and not see so much trauma or be involved
mm,
in so much trauma. There's two spectrums with people we deal with in the military, and
mhm.
my heart goes out to those who've been under extreme conditions. Um, just military is amazing to me. We keep the country safe, the world safe, and most of these people very seem to be very, very vulnerable. The ones
Mm, good word. Yeah.
who've been traumatized,
Mhm.
and they just can't seem to get out of it.
I don't know what percentage we see, but if you said 60 or 70% of the patients that we see are veterans, I wouldn't be surprised. And as you mentioned, that's a great choice of words, vulnerable.
Yeah.
We see people not only from the Desert Storm time period, but as far back as Vietnam. And
Yes.
so you have
Mostly.
different, and I always say people who suffer with the PTSD and other types, anxiety in general, the heart is not meant to see some of the things that they saw or were involved with. Sometimes
Exactly.
we need to do what we need to do, but there's still that after effect. And I think we are in the fortunate position that we have these skills and unique skill set to deal with such issues. What are some of the unique skills that you have found that you have utilized specifically for veterans?
I think mostly my listening skills,
Mm,
listening to a lot of their stories, a
mhm,
lot of things that they've really never told people about, or they just have a hard time speaking to people on that level. I just
mm.
listen to everything they have to say, and I think that's one of my greatest skill.
There is something incredibly medicinal with somebody keeping a secret, so to speak, and then being able to voice it to somebody such as yourself, and the individual, in this case you of course, would just say, okay, I to some degree I understand. We'll go beyond. I have the skill set to help
Yes.
with the recovery, with the healing, whatever word fits in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing you're doing.
Yeah.
In our model of medicine, traumas are generally stored within the body. So if
Exactly.
if we pick up color, let's just say the color blue, and we imagine a trauma the size of a baseball, and it's inserted in various body parts or various regions that it's stored there. And so you start to insert a needle, massage, what have you, and the person begins to, a lot of times I'm sure you've experienced also, begins to cry, begins to say, I haven't thought of that in years.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, on certain levels like that, I'm
Mhm.
going to say what I've been experienced hearing from people that I've learned from to develop my skills. I've heard that the body is like a storehouse.
Mhm.
It's more like a pantry.
Oh,
Like when you
yes. Hmm.
like when you go out to the store, you come back from the store, you have your grocery bags, and you put the can of peas on this shelf. You put the sugar on another shelf. You put things on different shelves, and the body is sort of like that. We experience things. Everything is just stored in different areas of our body. So everybody holds stress and tension differently in different parts, different segments of our body. And when we touch, especially for me, when I touch people, then it's like opening up or taking stuff off of that shelf or
Mm.
identifying stuff on those particular shelves. Sort of similar to what you was
Yeah,
explaining.
I also think there's something medicinal about the touch itself, not only
Yeah,
the therapeutic aspect, but just humans are meant to be interacted with
yeah,
to various degrees. And I think technology has sort of put a greater distance. And I'm sure you've had experience with people when you begin to massage, the the guard falls down, the
yeah,
ice melts away, so to speak.
yeah.
Yeah.
People are able to open up and we're when we touch, we're actually opening up so many different senses in people. And it's amazing. Like you say, some people starts to cry because it brings back memories.
Mm,
It you we're touching areas that they've stored stuff in for so long that has never even been thought of.
mm.
And just the touch opens up those doors.
And begins the healing
It
process, not only in
begins.
that area, wherever it may be,
Yeah.
but just
In
literally head to
general, in the
toe. Yeah,
life. Yeah. And a
yeah.
lot of veterans experience that
Mm,
because most veterans have seen stuff that the normal person, like you said, will never experience. And they store it away in such a way that it's locked away
yeah,
to
protection.
prevent
Mm,
PTSD.
sure,
I know
sure.
I have experienced it. I've seen stuff that, I've just locked away. And I make myself happy because I know it was just a job, and I don't have to deal with that. It really brings no fear into my life, but
Mm,
it's just the fact that I've seen stuff, I'm able to just store it away, but it's never gone, you
mm,
know. And
yeah.
some people would have that experience and they store it away. And it depends on the intensity of what they've experienced. It's stored away in such a way that it causes literal pain in the
Mm.
body, neck pain, back pain from the trauma that they've experienced. They're able to lock it away and sort of go back to that, go back to that, go back to that. And it causes tension in certain parts of the body.
Causes things also, in particular, insomnia,
Yeah.
because the guards, so to speak, fall down when a person begins to sleep, and then the various types of traumas, memories, etc., come to the forefront, and a person may not have learned the skill yet to deal with those
Yes.
particular issues. Fortunately, here we have so many different types of tools to deal with it. You mentioned a bunch, massage.
Yes.
There is also method, I'll call it, called tapping,
Mm.
where we literally do specific tapping on 9 acupuncture points as a person is expressing themselves. And that helps to drain all that negative emotion away from the memory and helps
Mm.
the person to recognize, yes, it happened. No, I can't change it, but you know what? I can move on.
Yes.
So we're all going in the same direction. We just pick different tools to do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, on
Yes.
behalf of everyone here, all of your friends and all of your coworkers, we're grateful for your service,
Thank you.
as we are to all of you who have served in various branches of the military or will serve in branches of the military. You've been listening to a podcast here at C3 Wellness. Please sign up for our channel, and we will see you next week.